Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am really glad you're here. Today's date is Tuesday, August 15th, 2023. In this video, we're going to do a little bit of sleuthing and see if the tarot cards can give us some insights or clarity about a situation that there just seems to be a lot of opinions about. Now, I'm talking about the TMFINR, Tim Finner lady, who on July 2nd deported a plane, claiming that someone on the plane was not real and that she feared the plane would not make it to its destination. Okay, well, I did a reading about her, which you can look back at again. I got nothing to indicate this was not a genuine lady. I know that later on people said they saw what looked to be like a outline of a mask at her neck. I don't believe that was the case. I don't believe it was a psyop. Okay, now in the aftermath of it, now I could be wrong. Like I said, there's lots of opinions on both sides of the aisle. They said, it was said that the incident was straight out of central casting and meant to be a diversion, a distraction, what have you. Cards told me the lady was genuinely in distress and saw something that scared her. And the cards have no reason to lie, although there are times that information can be obscured and veiled. And I'm starting to learn how to work with that, or around it, I guess I should say. Okay, well, let's look at my compilation. It's by no means all the information that's out there, but it'll give you an idea of where I'm coming at with the question and how I'm going to work with the cards on that question. 1 second as we look at Tiffany Gomas, the marketing executive in Texas, who is supposed to be the lady from the plane. And I'm not going to call her the crazy lady from the plane because they're trying to get the collective conscious into thinking that way. And I'll explain that as we go too. So I think of her as the Tim Finner. That mother is not real. Tim Finner, the Tim Finner lady. Okay, because we share a world with a lot of people that aren't real, that aren't really human, that aren't really what they seem to be. And so I'm not going to call her crazy, period. Okay, well, here's the Facebook compilation. Here's the July 2nd lady. Okay, it's also been said that she was using the Baphomet symbol here. And I thought it more likely, especially if she travels a lot for her business, when she was trying to tell people to exit the plane, she was actually unconsciously mimicking the exit pointing that is taught in airlines, because a 2-finger point is polite. A 1-finger one in some cultures is not. So I always said, let's give her the benefit of the doubt of that. Here she is from her 2-minute apology video of a few days ago. The Daily Mail is one of the articles that I've attached here. Okay, it was an exclusive. Now, they apparently spoke with her at her home. And here at her home, the Tiffany Gomas that spoke with them looks much similar, more similar to the one on the plane than the one that made the apology video. In my opinion, just my opinion, Laura's view, I can see the lady on the plane here. I really can. Okay. And in this interview, she doesn't explain why she was upset, just talks about how the aftermath of it has changed her life so much. Then another article I've got. This is from heavy.com. I liked it because it included all the pertinent video, including some of the airport footage after she deplaned. But here's her apology video. We're going to click on it just for a few seconds. And what I want you to notice is after she says, "Hi, it's me," she shakes her head no. I thought that was very interesting. Included also in my compilation, there is a facial recognition Twitter post that's out there that shows that these two ladies had a 53% match, only 53. It would seem to me that if this was the same lady, it would have been more like a 90 or above. And they show some examples further down in this post of some notable people that do have like 99% comparison accuracy when they do the simple face compare. So that's kind of interesting, I thought. So here's kind of where I want to go with this tarot read today. If Allie will leave the tarot table. Oh, by the way, Alieska and Chloe got their first fan mail yesterday. It included some catnip kitty treats, kitty toys. And Allie is young enough that she was delighted by them. Chloe was a little interested in the smell, but these days she sleeps a lot, eats a lot, and wants a little time with mom, but doesn't really play much. So anyway, I thought it was cute that they got their first fan mail. So thank you to Jackie H in Texas who sent those things. I appreciate that. That was kind of cute. All right. So we have the lady on the plane and who was unidentified for quite a while because that happened on July 2nd. Then we have the lady making the apology video. Now this apology video, if you haven't yet seen it, don't really want to spoil it for you, but she doesn't explain her distress. She apologizes for the way she expressed that distress, but nowhere does she address what caused it at all. And it seems like she's gone to great lengths to, in this second video with the apology, to hide her ears, which are a very individually unique trait. And like I said, there's that 53% face match, which isn't all that great. So they've got someone similar playing her, if that is her. But then the shaking the head no too is a tell. Hi, it's me. And then she shakes her head no. Sometimes body language is very, very informative. So I would like to do a comparison using the tarot cards. We're going to compare the lady on the plane, whomever that was, with the lady who claims to be the lady on the plane in the apology video. And here's what it's going to be. It's going to be one of those 2 rows of 5-card reads that I do. The first card will indicate the person. The second part's going to clarify more about that person. The third card's going to be, third and fourth are going to be really interesting because then we're going to look at the hidden influences on that person or the situation they were, spotlighted in, and then clarifying about that hidden influence. And then the fifth card will be the outcome. So we might get some information on what happened with the lady on the plane, what's going to happen with the lady in the apology video, and we'll let the universe give us some insights and information. Will we put every rumor to rest? No, not at all. And by the way, shout out to all of you that are questioning narratives. Good for you. For so long, people accepted things without question. And so the same people that are saying, hey, this doesn't look like the same woman, please apply that same logic to people that are being presented to you as your representatives, as your governing folk, things like that, please. Because the amount of 2.0s, the doubles, the clones, the what have you, that are playing parts of original people in our society is mind-boggling. It's hard to wrap your mind around, and it offends me personally. I'm ready for that all day out. Okay, 5-card draw for each lady, and we'll see what the cards have to say. One moment, we'll find out together. Again, we're going to compare the lady on the plane with the lady in the apology video, see if the universe kind of lets us know if that is indeed the same lady, and some more information about both of them. I'm going to keep a 6 card on each row, not turned over, just kind of a bonus information card. Now, if you're asking what this spread is called, there's no name for it. I just call it my comparison spread. Okay. If you are learning to work with tarot cards, which are a great intuitive aid, you will quickly learn that you can devise your own layouts. You don't have to do standard tried and true ones. So you're welcome to just make sure that you let the universe know what the layout will be before you start working with the cards and what positions are going to be informing you what. And then go for it. Have fun. Cards are fun. Okay, the top row is the lady on the plane. Okay. Clarifier about her. Hidden influences. Clarification of those hidden influences. I don't want those to be there. And then outcome. And then a 6th card. Just bonus information. Now, the lady in the apology video. Okay. Clarifier about her. Hidden influences. Clarifier about those hidden influences. And kind of the outcome for that lady. And bonus information. Now let's take a look at these and compare, okay? We have the lady on the plane. She's indicated by the 8 of Wands, which is a card of fast-moving events. So events kind of caught up with her. That lady is feeling caught up in the events, definitely. She's also indicated by the Queen of Pentacles. So that's a lady actually with a lot of normally a lot of tranquility and generosity and security. So yeah, this lady, the lady on the plane, it was a lady that has some means to her, some financial means and independence going on. Now, the 5 of Swords indicates the hidden influence here. First of all, one of the influences going on is the fact that this situation is temporary. In the grand scheme of things, it's temporary. I mean, we already have our own government here in the US admitting that there's UFOs and things like that. It's not going to be that big a stretch to admit that there are things like shapeshifters or, cloaked and disguised hybrids, otherworlders, etc. We've also talked about how as our planet operates at a higher vibrational level, which is a form of ascension for our very planet, it's not one that is conducive to lower vibrational beings keeping a fake shape consistently projected. Okay, so the situation for her, good luck for lady on the plane, whoever you were. The nice thing is the situation's kind of temporary, okay? And part of that is this person, and I have no indication here that they're the same person at all. This person is coming forward and taking the heat and being that person. Okay, now here's a little more influence clarifier about the hidden influences. There's an agreement here. They tracked her down, they found her. She wasn't seeking the limelight, and she agreed to be represented or to do this apology video. Okay, and then the Page of Swords is a card that definitely talks about truth. This lady was telling the truth. Absolutely. On the plane, that was true. Absolutely true. What she saw, her distress was real. There's a reason she's not addressing, or not, the person who is playing her part is not addressing the cause of that distress. She wouldn't agree to disavow what had upset her, what she saw. Okay, good for you, lady. Good for you. Now let's look here on this row. The lady that made the apology video. Okay, we got the 3 of Cups here. Often a card of modest celebration. Okay, let's just say she's glad she was cast for the role. Again, it's not going to be one that she holds long term, just during this 15 minutes of fame. Look here at the hidden influence, and this is why I say they're not the same lady. When I start looking at this row with the devil here, okay, choices, temptations, what have you. Yeah, second lady is from central casting, absolutely from central casting. And it's being kind of permitted to play out, however it's going to be playing out, by the white hats. I say that because often my Knight of Wands is one of my, not major, but definitely a white hat card. Okay, and he has a tendency to act a little recklessly, so they're going for it. They decided to try to explain away and put to rest the speculation about the lady on the plane, the Tim Finner lady. All right, now 9 of Swords is for her speaking of this, like I said, I'm seeing sort of a short-term agreement here. This part that she's playing is not going to last that long. 9 means you're close to the ending of something. So they're hoping to put this whole thing to rest. And that's going to mean saying to people that say it's not the same lady, they're going to try to make you doubt your logic. They're going to try to throw around the, conspiracy theorist label, what have you, or shake their heads that people aren't buying the narrative. But hey, when the narrative doesn't fit, don't buy it and do so without any shame or regret. Now let's look at the 6th card for each of these individuals. Card 6, just bonus information for person number 1 is the 2 of Pentacles, okay? 50-50, which kind of indicates, yeah, she allowed someone to play her part. Okay, that lady, she really didn't want the public eye. And so she allowed someone to play the part. And then we have the King of Pentacles here. A card of, again, some wealth. She's being well paid for her part. Okay, she's not in any danger as a result of playing the part. But I don't see that they're the same person at all. So let's recap. The lady from the July 2nd, that mother is not real, who deplaned, was identified and gave an exclusive interview to Daily Mail about a week ago. And following that, then put out an apology video. In that video, she carefully keeps her head at an angle not seen in any of the major footage from the incident. She has her ears covered. Granted, she's got a lot of makeup on, to present herself as well as possible, which does add to the different look. And for people that notice there's not a lot of similarities in some things, to just question. Now, the cards were telling us that it's not the same lady. It is not. And we looked at a spot that had done a facial recognition on the 2 ladies. There was only a 53% match. So were they similar? Very much so. Were they the same lady? I'm not getting that they were. Okay. Now, the interesting thing was the plain lady. She's indicated by lots of events, almost overwhelming events, and just a reassurance that that lady did indeed. And it wasn't just the fact that she had a very expensive handbag on and some nice jewelry. She has some means about her. So now, the lady on the plane was caught up in a situation that's not going to last all that long. And again, there's some things that have come forth, there's information that's not coming out. That's the hidden influence here. And she's agreed to have some of that information not come out. She didn't let whoever's playing her part disavow or explain away what she saw, but simply apologize for the way she expressed distress and the way she deplaned. I thought that was really, really interesting. And lady on the plane is the more truthful of the 2. Absolutely. We have a card of truth and diplomacy here. Okay. The lady in the apology video, she's indicated by a card which often indicates in its most innocent meaning, just moderate success. She's glad she was cast for the role. The 3 of Cups can often refer to the shenanigans gang and things that they concoct. Okay. So this lady, like I said, central casting. Okay. She's willing to play the part and do some battle. The hidden influence for the lady on the apology video was the Devil card, of choices and consequences and temptations, and usually kind of succumbing to them. All right, now the whole thing's being allowed to play out by the powers that are quietly in control of things. Okay, it's really, in the long run, it kind of gets to be a little irrelevant because so much truth is coming out about who we share our planet with, and just more about our neighbors is becoming. And the entire situation, like I said, is 90% played out one way or the other. They were hoping that interview would settle things, and it didn't. And one of the other things we noticed in the video was When the apology person said, "Hi, it's me," she shook her head no. So that told me that if that was the lady from the plane, she wasn't speaking freely. If it wasn't the lady from the plane, her body language was giving her away. And it seems to be, according to what the cards say, that is not the same lady. Okay. And her persona, her character kind of slipped a little bit with the body language then. So kind of interesting, huh? And then the grand scheme of things, like I said, it's not all that important. It's just interesting. This is good practice for us of having a situation that we can be interested in, collect facts on, use our discernment over, but not absorb. Because does it really matter? Not in the grand scheme of things. Except to a lady who seemed to have gotten genuinely distressed about a situation and maybe had that jarring moment that we know a lot of our beloved normies are going to get when they realize that their world is more complicated and more deeply layered, and it's been filled with a lot more lies than they ever dreamed possible. So what are we going to do? We're going to show those people compassion. We're going to help them to learn to laugh through their tears and give them the support and encouragement they need to get through those moments. And that includes the real Tiffany Gomas, who was on that plane and had her world pretty well shaken up enough that she made that scene and left that plane. So good luck to you, lady. It's an incredible world out there. And if you quietly start the journey that many of us are on, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. But there's a lot more truth in these rabbit holes than there ever is on the surface of things. So that's it for this video from my furry co-host, Alieska, who has now got her table back. And I'm not going to say until next time because I have an announcement. Okay. Or I will say that's it until next time if you were only here for the tarot read. Okay. And if so, I give you love, light, and send you everything bright. Then the other part of the video I did want to, before I leave, I want to remind you that this coming Sunday is the third Sunday of the month. I will be hosting another meditation. I will have the announcement go up probably tomorrow. At a subscriber's request, they asked that we focus on the making available healing technologies and protocols to the general population. We know they're out there. We know that there's cures that have been suppressed. We know there's protocols that have been suppressed. We know that there are healing technologies that have not yet opened their doors to us. So the focus of our meditation is going to be on seeing that day happen very, very, very quickly for healing technologies and protocols and procedures. And so we can move away from being customers for life to a very convoluted and corrupted medical system and truly get into a point of using medicine and healing technologies to truly heal and go on to have healthier, happier lives. I think it's a very good thing to be focused on and to help make manifest with our positive energy. So that'll be this coming Sunday, and hope to see you there. You're all welcome. It's non-denominational. And if you come with a certain faith practice, it will be honored and respected. Absolutely. Just respect that your neighbor might have a different one or none at all. And with a lot of mutual respect and love for mankind, we will proceed. So now that's it for this video. And I thank you so much for staying to the end. And I send you love, light, and everything bright. Bye.